D.C.'s Attorney General Karl Racine near the end of his office's investigation into Dan Snyder and the Washington Commanders. That's at least according to the Washington Post. But what exactly does that mean? Let's bring in our chief legal correspondent, Katie Barlow, live in Northwest tonight. Katie, what kind of authority does the AG have here?
Good evening, Marina. First, a little bit of news coming out of the NFL owners meeting that took place in New York today. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay is now becoming the first current NFL owner to back ousting Snyder as owner of the Commanders, saying, quote, "I believe there's merit to remove him as owner." Now, that happened in New York today. Moving to D.C., where the Attorney General is investigating the Commanders. And while the D.C. Attorney General enjoys some criminal authority here in the district, including over juveniles, they are largely focused on protecting consumers in the District of Columbia. So AG Racine has the authority to investigate when an individual or companies make misleading or inaccurate statements to consumers in Washington, D.C. In April, AG Racine received a letter from the House Oversight Committee investigating sexual harassment and workplace misconduct in the Commanders franchise, and that was sent to the Federal Trade Commission. That letter flagged, quote, troubling financial conduct that, quote, victimized thousands of team fans and the NFL. That letter also copied Virginia's Attorney General Jason Miyares and Maryland AG Brian Frosch.
D.C. Attorney General could be investigating specifically whether or not the Washington Commanders made accurate statements to district consumers, whether or not they accurately represented the safety of their workplace, what they did, what the Washington Commanders did in response to allegations related to workplace safety.
Virginia AG Miyares confirmed that his office is conducting an inquiry into the Commanders in a letter to the Commanders' attorneys last April. Today, his office said they do not comment on ongoing investigations. Meantime, the House Oversight Committee continues to investigate the Commanders as part of their legislative authority looking into workplace misconduct.
It's very important to ensure that you take the subpoenas you're receiving seriously, because they are serious, and these entities have vast powers to take action if you don't comply.
The Commanders deny any allegations of financial impropriety, and a spokesperson for the Commanders said they met with the folks here at the D.C. Attorney General's office and that no one from this office indicated they were moving forward with any steps for both Dan Snyder and the Commanders. Guys?
Katie, huge news coming out of New York, obviously, with the Colts owner saying that he believes there is merit to remove him as the owner. But obviously, the bad news doesn't stop there. Now the attorney who represented some of the individuals who participated in one of the investigations coming out. What are they saying today?
Lisa Banks and Deborah Katz, who both represent over 40 former employees who cooperated with multiple investigations into the Commanders and sexual harassment and workplace misconduct allegations, wrote a letter to the commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, and the NFL demanding answers on whether they violated confidentiality promises as to who the witnesses were that spoke to investigators, saying that their clients have received harassment and follow-up and that perhaps there was an enemies list created of the witnesses who came forward, saying that they will move forward legally with the NFL if they do not get answers. Back to you.
The pressure is clearly mounting. We'll see if there is a catalyst for some movement here. Katie Barlow live tonight in Northwest D.C.